Hi, we're here to talk about the Halo channel and Halo Nightfall.
Thank you for joining us.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what your role is?
Yes, I am Kiki Wolfkill. I'm the executive producer at 343 Industries who looks after Halo Nightfall, the Halo channel, and our upcoming TV series.
So I've never heard of Halo. What's that?
It's this tiny little IP. It's kind of a, fantasy.
So obviously, no, joking aside, obviously Halo's huge. Tell us about the Halo channel first of all.
Yeah, I think the Halo channel for us was a couple things. One was, it's definitely sort of an evolution of Waypoint and some of the things that we wanted to do with Waypoint. But I think as we've sort of stepped more and more into the entertainment space and we start thinking about the capabilities of Xbox One, it really started to transform our thinking about what a destination on Xbox One and on Windows could look like that could sort of house all of our transmedia content, but also be sort of a new kind of entertainment experience, right? So kind of taking the best of sort of a premium network channel in terms of production value and quality and sort of the feeling of brand, but also bringing into it sort of a new kind of programming that isn't just shows, but is things like our Twitch programming, that is our game experiences, and with all of that, a level of interactivity that makes it a little more dynamic than just sort of sitting back on your couch and watching.
Okay. What's been the biggest challenge for you guys getting the Halo channel off the ground?
Yeah, the Halo channel it's all new technology, and I think for us we're trying some very different things. We are taking sort of the best of games and interactivity and the best of narrative storytelling and what it is to view content on your television and trying to put them together into a new experience. And I think anytime you're trying to create a new experience and innovate in a space, there's sort of a lot of risk taking and there's a lot of kind of going out on a limb and experimentation. And so I think for us it's incredibly exciting, but there's also the sort of anxiety that goes with trying something really different.
I mean, obviously there are movies, there are soundtracks, there are comics, there are books. How do you guys go about deciding what is and isn't in the universe and what shouldn't really be done that doesn't quite meet what you see Halo to be?
Well, I think for the channel in particular, it's less about sort of what is Halo, because I think all of the content we'll have on there is very much about Halo, and it's more about presenting a curated experience, right? Because it is about the entertainment value. It's not about here's a repository of every video that's ever been created about Halo, and it is how do we take all these different experiences and make sure that you as a viewer, whether you know Halo or not, can be entertained. And so the exciting thing is we have this IP and universe where we do have this breadth of content, depth and breadth of content, and being able to take things from the graphic novels or the soundtracks and present them in sort of different and interesting and entertaining ways is kind of a cool creative challenge. And then putting that alongside a lot of the narrative storytelling that we've been working on, such as Halo Nightfall, and connecting them in interesting ways, has been a really interesting and cool challenge for us.
So let's talk a little bit about Forward Unto Dawn. That was obviously a new way of delivering Halo content. Mm-hmm. It was episodic. Everyone was excited to see the next part. They were waiting for the Master Chief to turn up. It's almost like the Who Killed Laura Palmer.
Right.
How did that work out for you guys? And what was the feedback you got from it?
Forward Unto Dawn was we looked at as a huge success. I think there was both sort of fan acclaim and critical acclaim, and for us, not only were we proud of it, of the storytelling and the effort, but we also learned a ton, right? And for us, as we kind of start to explore different avenues of the entertainment space, it was sort of invaluable learning, and I think it really helped us think about how we do want to support the game experiences. What is the right kind of story to tell? And I think the episodic format was a little bit different at the time, and I think we're really starting to embrace it and think about how we can sort of keep pushing on that. And so Halo Nightfall is definitely, without taking anything away from Forward Unto Dawn, I still look at it as sort of the next step for us. What did we learn with Forward Unto Dawn? What do we take forward? And how do we sort of take the next big step?
So obviously now we're going to have to talk about Nightfall. What can you tell us about it?
Halo Nightfall is a digital series that we're working on with Scott Free Productions. Ridley Scott is executive producer, so we feel incredibly sort of honored to be working with that level of experience and certainly that level of genius in the sci-fi world. But it features a new character in the universe, Locke, who in this story is an Oni agent. And so we actually spend some time with Oni sort of boots on the ground as opposed to sort of the nefarious sort of unknown off in the ether. And so that's kind of exciting. But I think one of the big things we really wanted to do was give people a chance to get to know Locke. He's a pivotal character in Halo 5, and telling stories and developing character, especially a brand new character, in games is challenging. And I think having the opportunity to really sort of develop his character outside of the game and leading up into the game is kind of an interesting way for us to think about how can we build some connection to this new character before someone picks up Halo 5 and jumps into that experience.
Is the plan to have Nightfall as one season, and leading into Halo 5, or are you planning to do multiple seasons, multiple stories?
So the plan right now is Halo Nightfall is a self-contained story, and we always are exploring whether we want to continue a story or explore a character somewhere else. I mean, for us, it's all about what stories we want to tell, and sometimes that develops organically later on. But for now, it's this self-contained story. It's sort of this great sci-fi adventure, but there's this very intimate and kind of intense character story that happens within it as well.
And when are we going to see both the Halo Channel and Nightfall starting?
So both Halo Channel and Halo Nightfall will arrive with the Master Chief Collection. Exact release dates, like Episode 1 of Nightfall, we're still sorting out, but it comes with the Master Chief Collection, so it will premiere right around the same time.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing it. Thank you very much for your time today, Kiki.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Why not subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the link on the screen now?